guys feel old now? Apparently, old CDs can be worth up to.
All right, so I want to take an opportunity to stitch chat. I am a full-time reseller. I sell all sorts of stuff on eBay, which is generally what these articles talk about. Nothing gets at content creator. He is basically just reacting to his surprise about the article. So I found the website that he went to based on the headline. It was Unilad Tech is who it is. And then I wanted to point out something here, which is those are not sold comps that they're talking about. In fact, unfortunately, I could not find any listings. You can go to eBay yourself, do sort high to low. I couldn't find any listings that were in the $1,400 range for that Bruce Springsteen album. You can see on my screenshot up here that I have Future of Rock and Roll. There is more to that. It just clipped it so I could get more of these in, and I'll show you these in a minute. But most commonly, what these websites are doing when they put these articles together is they're going to eBay. They're searching for the item, whatever it happens to be, like audio CDs or a specific item. In this case, I did specific. They probably did audio CDs, did sort high to low, and not sold and not buy it now. You always want to make sure that when you're checking the price on items, you're doing sold comps, which is what I have pulled up here. So what you're going to see behind me is searching for that Bruce Springsteen album, okay, by title, and then it's going to be price high to low is what I did. And then I also did sold. That's why it says sold up there. And I'm going to move myself out of the way. And what you'll notice is it's not... The one, they're not exactly consistent on dates because of the sorting, but the last, like, there's Prisoner of Rock and Roll. We're not seeing the future of, and yes, there are more listings, but none in that higher ranking. $24.95. These albums, that's about usual. If you can find these, you're going to get about $20, $25 for them. Keep in mind when you sell, put this out there as well, you lose 30% of what you sold it for. So that'll be gone. Plus whatever you're paying in shipping. CDs go for about $4 or $5 to pay for shipping. So 25 minus 5 minus 30%, you can kind of see what money somebody's making. It's not a lot. It's good, but it's not a lot. And considering that to get some of these albums, you either have to have them or you're paying somebody for them. And in most cases, people that are selling at yard sales assume it's worth the inflated value that it's not. So most people just aren't going to buy them. Please use sold comps and stop listening to articles. I have shown on this app before, I have 2 Thai Princess Diana bears. I should technically have $800,000. I don't. I have tried listing those just to experiment with. Nobody buys them because the people buying them are you and me. That's what there is. It's you and me buying them. Not. Sorry, I cut myself out there trying to record and make myself larger. The people buying these items are you and me. So ask yourself, do you have, $1,400 to spend on a CD? Would you spend for it on a CD? The answer is no. Most people aren't. They're going to buy it for like $25, $30. So there may be also somebody may dig up and go, hey, look, I found one. And every time somebody does that to me, it's a sold listing with a cross through the price tag. When you see that, that means a best offer was accepted. And when I look at sold comps on the seller side, usually what I see is the best offer was like $5. So just because it's got a cross through it and it's sold does not mean it's sold for that price. That happens on my listings that I have with best offer. Sometimes it's a small amount. Like if you look at like some listings I've done, I can pull up and it'll show like I maybe put up for $20, but I got 5 off of it. Or maybe I got, 19. Sometimes you get a good deal out of it, but it's not correct. So please stop listening to these articles. They do these all the time for every category. Car parts, I've seen it for stereo equipment as an example. I've seen for that. I've seen Thai Beanie Babies comes up all the time. The most I've made off of a Thai Beanie Baby was I think $40, and it was a Valentine's Day one that somebody wanted, and sold comps supported that. But the value dropped not too long after that. That's the most I've made off of a single Thai Beanie Baby. Now, overall, if you want to talk about money being made over the course of time, selling them at $2, $3 a piece after taxes, fees, and everything else, I've probably made a couple $100 off Thai Beanie Babies, but I also bought them at like 75 cents each. So keep that in mind. Stuff sells. It does sell, just not at that high value. Again, if anybody in the audience is interested, I have a Princess Diana bear. I have 2 of them. I think I have one with a tag, one without, but I'll deal on that. You want to give me a couple $100,000, be my guest, but I know nobody has that money, and I know that people like you and me aren't buying them. Anyways, that's my spiel on sold comps and what you see in articles versus reality. Hope this helps somebody to understand how that all works.